Hello, this is Coach Colleen with Teamtastic Families, and today we are talking about what do you do when your teen all of a sudden wants to quit sports or quit music or quit something that's very important up to this point in their lives. And as parents, we are thinking, okay, they're on track, they're doing this, this, and this. But what happens when they don't want that track anymore? So first of all, what we have to do is find out if there was something that happened. Let's just choose sports, just because it's easy, easy one to pick. Okay, did something happen with a coach? Is there, maybe the coach doesn't like them, doesn't play them, doesn't let them play the sport, or is demeaning, or or of course everything, what every parent fears, that there was some sexual connotations or deep, even touching, which is awful, but it unfortunately does happen. And so it could also be, though, nothing to do with the coaches, it could be even with fellow team members. Maybe there's some bullying going on, name calling, belittling, all that stuff that is just so hard to go through as a teen or an adult. I mean, anybody, that's so hard. Kids are so mean to each other. To find out what it is that is the problem, and there might not be any problem that way. It could even be something that's happened in your family. Maybe there's a trauma, somebody died. I know when my mother died, I was 12. And I was in figure skating. I quit figure skating. I could have gotten to the rink because my mom always used to drive me. I could have gotten there. It was within walking distance, but she was the one in the stands, right? And so I didn't want to do it anymore. My dad didn't force me. He let it go. I also quit my piano lessons, which I think the piano teacher was glad, because I was terrible at practicing anyways. And so that was not a big loss on my behalf. It was later on where I regretted, quitting. But I was terrible at practicing anyways. And there was just no physical way Dad would have been able to make me do it. And so I quit these two things. Now, in the grand scheme of life, they didn't hurt me by quitting these things. And so you need to find out why your teen wants to quit. First of all, like I said, if there's abuse, if there was trauma in your family or in their life, let them pick, or just even let them set it aside for a time. And you could even ask, like, if it happens in February, let them sit out the rest of the year, address it again in September. It usually starts when the school year starts. And so you can address it again. You can even tell them, hey, do you want to just quit for the year? And we'll look at it again in summer. And they might be just relieved to say yes, Also too, you need to find out why they want to quit. Don't accept a weak excuse. So we've already talked, could be, bullying or trauma. But if it isn't any of those obvious things, don't let them just say, didn't want to anymore. Talk to them. Just say, is this something you've been feeling for a while? Is it something, if you could look back on your life, would you have quit last year already? Like, why now? Just to find out, just for conversation reasons. Because sometimes teens find themselves on a path that was great for a while, and all of a sudden they're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's just because they lost interest, might have found something new, might have gotten a girlfriend or boyfriend, which does come into play. And it's a very real thing. They don't want to dedicate to sports anymore. And as parents, we have a hard time letting that go. And we want to say, no, stay the course. And for some kids are really competitive and they want to do that. They want to do the sports. They want to do the swimming or the hockey or, you know, whatever it is. And they're self-driven. And so it's fine. They may just want the break. But when I changed schools at about, what was it, grade 10, and I had a chance to remake myself. I played volleyball, but my sister, who's 3 years older than me, she was very sports minded as well. And she played basketball. I played basketball. She was center because she was taller, which wasn't an option for me because I wasn't as tall. I was a guard. And so that worked out okay. But when it came to volleyball, my sister, she was, you know, overhand serve, and she was a spiker. She was tall, she could block. And I wanted to do that as well. But because I was shorter, my coach didn't want to let me do that. I had to serve underhand. I tried a couple overhand, but if nobody has confidence in you and you're even just trying it yourself, there's no way you're going to do it, you know, unless you're determined. So it was at that time where I actually switched schools. And it was actually fantastic for me. I went there and I said, no, I serve overhand. So I did. I spiked. I wasn't really great at blocking because I wasn't as tall, but your teen might need a chance to remake themselves. It's just a chance to pursue some different things. It could be just totally not sports at all. It could be that they want to get into theater. Maybe they want to get into, you know, as they get into high school, of course, there's all these different courses they can take. They can take foods, you know, textiles, which is, you know, fabrics and sewing and, you know, fashion and that kind of stuff. But obviously every school is different, but you know, and that gives them the chance to try out different things. So don't make it a big deal. You know, if you want to revisit, like I said, or they may want to just remake themselves, just a slightly different path. And that could be all it is. It eventually, what it comes down to, it is their life. And parents, as much as we want to see them succeed, you also want them to be happy. And if they're going to pursue something for you, that's not what you want. And it's not going to sustain them for very long. And you don't want them to live their lives always trying to make other people happy either, right? Yes, we have to do that to a certain extent. We want to give to the people around us. But when we're talking about career choices and things like that, as teens become bold enough, especially the shy ones, if they're making a stand or that they even talk about it, pay attention, because this is important to them. And it could be a turning point in their life where they're just realizing they have gifts that they never realized before. So parents, be flexible. And yeah, you can talk to your teen even about cutting back on some things if they want to do that. But if they're adamant that they want to quit, then let them, even for a while, and then revisit it. All right, that's it for today. If you don't want to miss a video I've done, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button next to it will notify you when a new video is out, which is pretty much weekly. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it today. If you want to get a hold of me, I do walk parents through these things. I have a couple 90-day programs that we meet weekly on Zoom, and I can walk you through this crazy time of raising teenagers. If you don't have teenagers yet, I have a great program to give you a bunch of tools for your tool belt for what's coming ahead. And it just gives you great confidence. I took training before my kids turned teens, and it's the best thing I ever did. I had confidence in almost any situation. So it is worth it, but everybody has their decisions to make. If you are interested, please email me at teentasticfamilies@gmail.com. That's teentastic, TEEN, tastic, TASTIC, families@gmail.com. I'm also on Facebook. You can private message me there as well. But I will give, if you are interested or want to find out more, contact me. We'll set up a free 45-minute strategy session just to see if I have a program that's right for you, and we can go from there. All right. Have a great day, folks.